The hell? Come on. I love it when everything goes wrong, don't you? Where's our mouse? Alright, now it says it's streaming. That just took forever and a half. Okay. I wonder if Alright, well that took forever. Anyway, hello everybody. Is that programming guy? And remember, you can do the thing. No matter what you're doing, I believe you guys can get it done. So how are you guys doing today? Today is Sunday. And as you see, we have a bit of different stuff in front of us today. We are going to do... on Sundays, I was doing 68K assemblers and emulators, but I'm going to change that at the moment for a serverless stack. I guess you can think of this like a tutorial. We're actually going to follow a tutorial. However, the tutorial is in AWS, and I'm going to be using Azure. On top of that, I'll be making a PowerShell script as well. So anybody who has an Azure account can just run the script, and then everything works. So, why did I decide to make this change and do serverless stack? Well, the reason why is a lot of people are like, I want to learn programming. Where do I start? And so if you look online, and hopefully I won't, be put offline in 15 minutes, because Fortnite Chapter 2 was released, which fucking broke Twitch, which was just the most annoying thing in the world. But anyway, so people are like, hey, how do I get started in programming? Blah, 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 blah. And so they might get a book, and the book will go, write Hello World. Now, depending on what language you're writing this in, you have to write Hello World. So, but it's weird. So it's a lot of work though. If you're in Java, for example, you have to do this. Import java.util. And you can hear my dog scratch us up in the background. I think it's public class. Program. Public static void main. I think they capitalize it. I don't remember. String args system.out.println hello world. And then I'll probably add this as a comment. Right? Stuff like that. And it's like, there's so much stuff to digest. If you're new to programming and you see, here's how to write hello world to the screen, it's a lot of code. So you're going to go, well, what's public class? What's public static void main? What's string? What's args? What's this is a comment? What's system.out.println? What's import.java.util? All this other stuff. You're going to be like, what is all this? C# is really not that different. If you were in C#, you would go using system. I believe it's system. You would then do public class program. I'm going to do this really quickly. Java example. We go to the bottom. Yeah, so C# is exactly basically the same. It's public. I don't actually know how main is in C#. By the way, you can hear my alarm going off. Maybe. It's one of the ones that are actually plugged straight into the wall, so I don't exactly know how to turn it off right now. That's not what I need. How is C#'s main? I totally forgot. Program.cs. And with a notepad. Names. Oh, yeah, there's the namespace too! Oh, I forgot about the namespace. Oh, yeah. Using system. Namespace. My program. So C# looks like this. So even with C#, you know, it's really long. I'm assuming as well the Java example also has the namespace in it, which I didn't write down. But see, my point is, for kind of the Java, at least Java and C#, it's pretty long. You know, if you're doing C++, for example, it looks even weirder if you're new to it. You're going to have a namespace. I know there's a namespace. I forgot what it was. I think there's a namespace. I don't remember. But basically, you'd have int main tar arg c int argv. There you go. This is C++, so it's a bit less, but then you're like, what's argc? What's argv? Why main? What's int? All right, and I have to do this. Return 0. You're like, oh, there's return 0, and then obviously we're gonna have a cool comment. And it's like, what is all this stuff? Now JavaScript and Python make it a tad bit easier. In JavaScript, you just do this. Log. Hello world. And then in Python, I think this is Python 3. You would do print, I don't know if it's uppercase or lowercase, hello world. I think like that, I'm not sure. But basically, see, JavaScript and Python have it really short. Now in all of these examples, you still have to, on your computer, set up your environment. So in C#, you have to download Visual Studio, make it work. In Java, you have to install IntelliJ or NetBeans or Eclipse. Figure out how the fuck to get Java work on those IDEs. You know, JavaScript, you have to write the JavaScript file and have your internet run it. On Python, you have to set up Python environment. You need, you know, a Notepad++, a Notepad. So there's still the back-end stuff you have to deal with. But as you can see, these are one line long, which is a much better than C# or Java or C or C++, you know? I don't know why I decided to save that. So here's the question then. What happens if somebody wants to write C#, C++, Java, some back-end language, and they don't know how to program? I think the best way for them to do it is to write one function at a time. But you can't write a function without writing another function. You can't write, you know, a function that you need without writing main, namespace, import, using, include, whatever you need, whatever the preprocessor definition is. You can't do that. And so somebody who's new to programming will see that, and then they'll go, what is all this? And you, as the teacher, have to go, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. And for some people, they're like, okay, whatever, we'll get to it. But for a lot of other people, they're like, no, I want to know what is all this and can explain it. But then they might be lost, which is the thing. So I think the best way to get people started in programming is to be like, here is one function that you have to write. You don't have to write all the boilerplate code. You don't have to install Visual Studio. You don't have to install IntelliJ. You don't have to install any of this crap. Just do this. Just this one function. And so, enter the serverless stack. Now, the serverless stack, unlike a regular stack, is you only pay for what you use. So with regular stack, if you make, let's say you know, I make a website, whatever, right? I'm gonna have to pay somebody to host my website. I'm gonna have to pay somebody to, you know, host the website. I have to pay for the namespace name, so www.badprogrammingguy.com. I have to pay for that yearly. You know, there's a lot of other stuff I have to pay for, and it is quite expensive. You know, even if you're not using Squarespace, like you have to pay somebody to host it, you have to pay for the name, you have to pay for, I don't know, I think that's it. But even if people don't go to it, you still have to pay for it. And that's the hard part. That's the part that's not fun. And also then you have to set up the JS files, you have to write HTML, you have to write CSS, and it's too much work for someone who's new to programming, especially it's like if you want to program C#, why are you writing in JavaScript and HTML and CSS and making your own website? So compare it to Serverless Stack, where you basically go, here's this function I want you to run when somebody calls this. That's it. And you only pay for the time that it's used. So if somebody goes to your, says invoke this function, and it's invoked, basically something has to, VM has to start up, VM has to load your code, run the code, and then shut down. So you only pay for for the time you use it for. You don't actually pay for the times you don't use it. And the cool thing about this serverless stack is because we're using Azure functions, you can write in basically almost like whatever language you want, and you can only focus on one tiny bit of code. That's it. And that will allow you to go, I want to write this, which is really cool, but I don't want to do all the backend stuff, whatever, so I'm going to do this. So we're going to write a serverless stack in Azure, and excuse me. We'll see how it goes, but that's kind of it. The reason why I would do Serverless Stack is 1, because I think it's more popular than 68K programming right now. 2 is because I can make something that can be used. And 3, I do want to help people learn programming. It's just, I want to see if this works. So yeah, so if you go onto Google's, and you go onto, if you Google Serverless Stack, you're going to get this here, and then you can go to Start Learning. I haven't read through this. Just the same with that programming guy, I haven't read through this, so I don't know what I'm seeing. I've read through some of it, actually. I've read first 2 or 3 pages, but that's it. So I'm going to go through this the first time, just like how you guys are going to go through this the first time. So just with that programming guy in mind, we are going to go through this new. And as I said, I will be writing a PowerShell script as well, so if you have an Azure account, you can just run this script, and then everything's set up for you, so you don't have to set it up. So, let's go. So the basics. So I said this is using AWS. We're going to be using Azure. Azure has their own serverless stack tutorial, but we're still going to follow this. All right, AWS Lambda, serverless app. So here's why I created. Important just why. There's low maintenance, low cost, and it's also easy to scale. So remember how I said you only pay for what you use with a serverless stack? It's the low cost. The low maintenance part is because if you put this on AWS or Azure, Microsoft or Amazon will handle all the maintenance. So if they have to upgrade a VM, they take care of it. You don't have to. If you write... Okay, dog, come here. Hold on. Come here. Hey, puppy. Puppy, 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 puppy. Come here. You're scratching a little bit too much. Let's take off this collar. There you go. All right. Should be a bit quieter now. Take off Lucy's collar. All right. So with the low maintenance part, if you have this on Amazon or if you have this on Microsoft, they take care of the maintenance. They take care of upgrading the VMs, making sure that your functions are secure, all that other good, wonderful stuff. They take care of the security in general. They take care of applications. So that's good. And then the easy to scale part, with its easy to scale basically is if you have, let's say if I'm hosting something and then I say, all right, I'm only going to expect 10 visitors per month, and then something happens and my site blows up and I have 100, 200, 300, 1,000 visitors per month, my website is most likely going to crash down because I didn't pay for a bigger usage. And my site will crash. Then I have to talk with people and go, yo, my site crashed. Why did it crash? And that's not good. With Serverless Stack, if one person a month uses it, great. If it gets really big and 5,000 people per month use this, then Amazon or Azure will actually scale out and make it so your website will work with more people automatically. You don't have to do anything. You'll be charged more, but still, you don't have to do anything on the back end. And hopefully, though, you are expecting that. I don't know. So that's what it is. Besides just low cost, it's also low maintenance and also easy to scale for more users, so you don't have to do anything. It's almost like a run once and don't worry about it type of thing. And with this example, if you're using AWS, it's like, all right, you're going to pay $6.10 a month for this. Not that much money. Let's go next. Create an AWS account. Sorry. I already created my Azure account, so we don't have to worry about that, but you will have to create one. All right, create a user to use things. I don't think we're going to have to do this, although I might. We'll see. An IAM user, which I don't know what that is. We're not going to ignore this right now. I want to get to the meat and grits of this. In the last chapter, we looked at IAM policies and looking how we can specify resources using ARN. Let's take a better look at ARN. Installing the CLI. Oh, you can actually install the command line interface for... Is there an Azure CLI? Oh, hey, look at that. Can I use PowerShell? Ooh, I can use Azure. I can use PowerShell. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So we're going to do PowerShell. We're going to run that function. Copy, 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 copy. Paste. Damn. Oh, right, I will need to use this, won't I? Because I will have to work with Azure. I'm a dumbass. Yeah. Invoke a request ak.ms install Azure CLI Windows out file Azure CLI.msi. Start process the exe wait argument list. All right, so now we have Azure on here. Wonderful. So I guess we will take that to install. Cool, that works. Run login. All right, cool. Can I just do AZ login from here? Do I have to restart this? I don't, so I do need to restart PowerShell. No, it still don't understands it. You can now, this will download and install the latest version of Azure CLI for Windows. If you already have the version installed, it will update. After the version installation, you'll need to reopen PowerShell. Okay, I did that. You can now run the Azure CLI with the AZ command from either the Windows command prompt or PowerShell. PowerShell offers some tab completion features not available. To sign in, run the AZ login command. Well, that fucking don't work. Where? I like how this doesn't work. This is fucking fantastic. Okay, download the MSI installer. Let's see what happens if I do this. Because that didn't work, which is kind of annoying. You're done installing. Yes, I accept install. Will this work? Yes. I know what I'm doing, computer. Well, I hope I know what I'm doing. So this doesn't say it was updating. So does that mean it didn't work with PowerShell? Do you actually have to install the MSI? Why didn't it work? Fucking PowerShell? Close you. You're not helping. So now it's saying it's set up. So if we open a PowerShell again, right? Oh, now it works. Okay, so I literally... Hi, Shiny Zenny. I literally had to not use the command line. Okay, that's stupid. I'm still going to copy it, and I want to try to get it to work. It's kind of annoying that it didn't work, but alright, whatever. That works. You know, since it's all in one line, we're going to do this. We are going to... do that. I don't know. We'll just keep it there right now. Okay, so cool. So we got the AWS CLI. We can actually install with. We can actually log in with the command line. So we are going to do. We're going to do that. So that means we're going to start the process to install. All right. So basically. Install the Azure CLI. Oh, right, then I'm going to restart, huh? Okay, that's fine. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Like that. And all this will be on GitHub, by the way. I'll make sure to make a new repo. You guys can look at this on GitHub. Azure CLI. Right. Post. Oh, no. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have... So this is this. I'm going to have a main. It's going to call... What I'm going to call this one saved. Let's just save this to desktop right now as a PowerShell file. PowerShell, motherfucking PowerShell. Wait, no! Hold on. 1 second here. So, if I have one PowerShell file, I run this, and then I run this. This should, I know we can try this. Okay, so we're going to install this CLI. We're gonna call, I don't know, install CLI.ps1. Set up Azure.ps1. Sure. We're gonna call this, just for the fuck of it, main.ps1 for the hell of it. PowerShell. Where are you? Where are you, PowerShell? Wait, do you have it here? 8 markup language. Yet another markup language. PowerShell, A, B, C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, G, L, M. Of Pascal, Perl, PHP, PostScript. Oh, Windows. It's Windows PowerShell. Oh, I am sorry. Windows PowerShell. Well, fine. Windows be like that. Install CLI and set up. We're gonna be like this. CLI, do that. This is going to be called install CLI. Go over there. You're going to be saved under that on my desktop under Windows PowerShell, which is going to be by P. Oh my god, that fucking thing is so annoying. I'm so tired of that beeping. Guys, if anybody's watching right now who's who's following me right now, who's watching on Twitch at the moment, if there is a fire alarm that is beeping and it's plugged directly, it's like wired directly into the ceiling, how do I get it to stop beeping? Because usually I would replace the battery, but there's no battery to replace. It's really annoying. I mean, I'll look at it after this, but it's really annoying because I can hear it. Alright, so now we have install CLI and setup. This needs to be renamed because I did this wrong. Rename. A-N-D. Make sure as well, guys, when you're naming things, to name them what they do. So, for example, this is 2 things. It installs the CLI and it does the setup, so I use the and to be like, this is doing 2 things at once. Alright, now we have set up Azure. We log in. Sweet. Go that way. Create, to build the backend for our Notes app, it makes sense that we first start by thinking about how the data is going to be stored. We're going to use DynamoDB. What is Dynamo? Amazon DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL database, provides fast and predictable performance with seamless scalability. Similar to other databases, DynamoDB stores data in tables. Each table contains multiple items. Okay, so if we go to Azure Serverless Stack, what does this one tell us to use? That's Azure Functions. Azure Serverless. That's what, no, I don't need that. Where the fuck is the thing? Workflow and integration? Database. Build serverless apps, the low latency section, which could be used in Azure. I see, you're using Cosmos DB. Alright, PowerShell. Set up Cosmos DB. There we go. And now that we have the CLI installed, we can do this. Follow instructions how to install and configure Azure PowerShell to sign in. If you would like to execute the following commands without requiring use confirmation, append the force flag. synchronous. Create an Azure Dynamo account. Resource group name. Create an Azure Cosmos account for core SQL API. Resource group location account name. Add locations. New Azure resource. Wow, this is so much more different than when I used the Azure command line. Oh my god. Okay. Create Azure Cosmos account for core SQL API. Resource group name. My resource group means we have to make a resource group. Resource group. Azure PowerShell. This one. New Azure RM resource group. I forgot what the RM stands for. Like, I don't know what the RM stands for, so I just always call it room. So it's like New Azure Room Resource Group. Alright, so we're going to copy this. We're going to paste it straight into here. Oopsies. Make new resource group. So a resource group in Azure, I guess it doesn't matter. A resource group in Azure is basically just kind of what's the best way to put this? A resource group in Azure is like a container for all your resources, basically. So to be like, for example, like let's say me and my buddy Larry are under the same subscription, but we want to kind of keep his resources and my resources separate. We can kind of put them into resource groups. So I can go, here's Darren's resource group and here's Larry's resource group. Yeah, so South Central US. We have Central US, East US. It really doesn't matter, kind of, with what you're doing. You can kind of do whatever one you want. I'm on the West, so I'll just do West US. But you can kind of do whatever you want. It doesn't matter so much because it doesn't have to be like splitting edge like fast as possible, and that's fine. It can be wherever. You can put it in Asia if you want to, but it will make it slower. But you can put it in Asia if you want. I don't give no fucks. Alright, new Azure RM resource group. Alright, so let's run this. I have no idea what my username is right now. Whatever. Whoa! Oh, no, I don't want that. PowerShell. What's up, Grandmaster Player 3? 12 plus 6 equals 16, but if you reverse the powers of the physical form of the 12 and 6, combine the 16 to a 20 and make 12,000 to x times 86 of the fourth power of the third dimension of the fifth world will combine. New world, thus making it a new world. You know? I'm gonna name it Bob. Question. Does writing the equation down make it true? Does writing the equation down make it so there's a new world? Or do we have to invoke this new equation to make a new world? And I vote to name it Bob. How are you doing, Grandmaster Player 3, by the way? Oh, I get it. Why did I close out of PowerShell? I'm a dumbass. Maybe it can be true. It depends on how it goes. You're good? I'm doing well. I'm really glad that I finally get to be streaming for a while because, you know, fucking Fortnite Chapter 2 is done being released. Right? Fuck math. Let's just get rid of it. Alright, whatever. Hold on. What did this say? Yeah. I saw the force thing. Where was that? Whatever. I see that. Okay, so I'm not going to force that then. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to just do... No, fucking dick. But no, I'm good. This is fun. This is something... I like doing this because I'm able to do this. This is easier for me to do than freaking... No, hold on. This is so much more easier for me to do than 68K. Well, I mean, Grandmaster Player 3, I don't think there's a time you've come to one of my streams and you haven't been drunk. So, yeah. Can I use a force? Because I don't want that to come up. I guess we can just use the password. This is all fun. True, all your streams I haven't. Yeah, I know. You need to stop drinking, by the way. Alright, so I'm just going to do this right now. Please log in. Did that work? I don't know. Let's make a resource group, shall we? Alright, thank you. What the hell? Okay. Oh boy. Why aren't you working Azure? What's going on? New Azure RM users group. The new Azure... The term is not recognized. Alright, so there's something I didn't install or something's going on here. You need to install the Azure RM module first. Oh, okay. Well. Oh, fuck you, PowerShell. Why is it untrusted? It's Microsoft. I'm using PowerShell. PowerShell, why don't you trust Microsoft? Alright, so what we've been doing so far, in case you guys have been a bit lost. So I tried to make the login work. That will not add a message, but I'll make it work, I promise. Once we logged in, we tried to use the Azure RM or Resource Manager functions in PowerShell, and it didn't work. So now I'm installing the module, and now I'm going to have to make the module work. So right now, it had to download NuGet. I'm like, yes, we trust NuGet, and you install that. And now it's like, do you want to trust this repository? I'm like, yes, we trust this repository. So NuGet, if you guys don't know, is basically a package manager for the .NET framework. That's what it is. So now it's installing. As you saw, this took quite a while for it to happen. But now all the stuff we're doing is installing, which is great. And this will actually allow us to do a lot of the stuff that we need. So now we're doing... By the way, Vacant Psalms, thank you very much for joining me. I hope your Sunday is going well. I hope the coffee or the tea, and I basically hope that... Just remember to smile. Be in the present. Make sure to smile every so often. That's it. That's all I want you to do, good sir. We're going to do this quickly. Stay. So we're just waiting for all of this to install. Oh boy. Okay, you know what? We're gonna move this back. There. Now we can't hear the monitors hum, which is great. Are you fucking done yet? Oh my god, this is taking forever, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know this would take so long. Just fine. No problem. Coffee is gone, so now I'm making tea? Interesting. I don't know. I might have to go into the tea world, because... I usually need 2 cups of coffee to get through me into the day, 1 in the morning so I can stream. for the first sip of the day, and one in the afternoon, so I can actually get my work done. But then I can't go to bed. And it's a problem. Coffee is gone. Well, I'm glad, though, that you have let coffee into your life. Unrestricted. Fuck. Okay, so let you guys know. So basically, I did import module Azure RM, and it's like, we cannot do this because running scripts is disabled on this system. So PowerShell out of the box is like, you can't run scripts that you have made. You can only run signed scripts from a trusted source, which is really weird. I'm like, if you're messing with PowerShell, you know what you're doing. So in order to get around that, we have to set the execution policy to either unrestricted or remote signed. I usually just do unrestricted in order that you do have to be an admin. So now it's unrestricted, so now I can install import module Azure RM. All of these will be written down, by the way, into a PowerShell file. It's so annoying that I have to do this, but this is fine. Oh boy. Coffee's good, now you're on to tea. That's good. I don't know. Coffee's great. It helps you get shit done in the morning. Once I'm going to plug in my laptop, it's almost dead. Oh boy. Plug you in. Because, you know, I use my laptop. So like, alright, so now this all works. So I'm going to have to copy all this shit. So we're going to have to set the execution policy to unrestricted. We're actually going to set it up in here. Set execution policy to unrestricted. We are going to have to, we are then going to have to, actually, no, that's installed. This is, we're gonna just put that there. We're going to set the execution policy to unrestricted. You're gonna move over there. We're going to install module Azure Resource Manager. We are then going to have to install import module Azure Resource Manager to use. And so really this should go right. Actually, no, if you're going to run this script, you have to set the execution policy anyway. Okay, so basically, setup, I guess, would be the right word, huh? Let's rename this to setup modules, because that's what we're doing. Set up modules. There we go. We're going to install the Azure CLI. We are going to install this. Install and activate the Azure Resource Manager CLI. There we go. All right. Go away. So now we have, this is called setup modules. Setup modules. Right. So now that we have all this up, now we have stuff set up. That's good. Now we can start worrying about setting up Azure again. So now let's try to run this. Run connect Azure RM account to login. Wait a minute. Okay, something's. Am I using two different APIs here? For Windows Azure CLI to install the MSI, which gives you access to the CLI through Windows Command Prompt or PowerShell when installing the Windows subsystem for Linux. The current version of Azure CLI is 2.0.75. More information about the latest release notes. AZ-version? So was I not supposed to write any of those? Azure CLI help? Oh, wow. Okay. This is a lot of stuff. AZ extensions? Manage resource groups and template deployments. AZ group. Create. AZ group create. So I just did two different things here. I installed almost like two different CLI tools. Starting in December 2018, the Azure PowerShell AZ module is in general release and is now intended PowerShell module for interacting with Azure. Oh! AZ offers shortened commands, improved stability, and cross-platform support. AZ also has feature parity with Azure RM, giving you an easy migration path. With the Azure module, Azure PowerShell is now compatible with PowerShell 5.1 on Windows and PowerShell Core 6.x and later. AZ is a new module, so the version... Oh, okay. Major updates can be inconvenient, so it's important we let you know why the decision was made. The biggest and most important change is that PowerShell has been a cross-platform product since the introduction of PowerShell Core 6.x, based on the .NET Standard Library. We're committed to bringing Azure support to all platforms, which means that the Azure PowerShell modules need to be updated to use the .NET Standard and be compatible with PowerShell Core. Rather than taking the existing Azure RM module and introduce complex changes to add the support, the AZ module was created. Creating a new module also gives our engineers the opportunity to make the design and naming of commandlets and modules consistent. All modules now start with AZ prefix, and commandlets all use the verb AZ noun form. Previously, commandlet names were not only longer, they were inconsistent in commandlet names. Okay. The number of modules was also reduced. Some modules which worked with the same service have been rolled together in management plane and data. By making these... Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to uninstall this then since we don't need it. So we're going to uninstall Azure RM since we're not going to need this shit anymore. Well, maybe not. Maybe we're not going to use this. Okay, well that's fine, which means we don't need these anymore. So this is not going to use that anymore. We're going to use AZ help. I'm going to use Azure help. Azure resource... Fuck, what was it again? Oh, where was it again? Login. I did the AZ login, right? Login. Okay, I'm already logged in. Hi, Shiny. Yes. I know I saw the command that I'm looking for. As a I don't need resources, I need a resource group. Interesting. Account. ICR add advisor, aka AMS, APIM. No. Service plans. Backup batch billing. No. I don't have to do CDNs. I will have to worry about CDNs, but not right now. Azure Cosmos DB. I see. AZ Cosmos DB. Help. Create. Creates new Azure Cosmos DB account. Auto-generated. Azure Cosmos DB create. Name my Cosmos DB resource group. So I do need to make a resource group and a subscription. So how do I get my subscription information? I like how there's no subscription. It's just there's no subscription. Go me. Oh, Azure account, AZ account. List. All right, whatever. So AZ login. That's not the right one. That is my Microsoft account. Let's not log in with my Microsoft account, huh? Use another account. There we go. It's like, wait a minute, let's not use my Microsoft account, shall we? That wouldn't be good. There we go. Notes which were found for none. Azure account. Let's close out of that. Hi, Shiny. I did. Okay. So I need to add a subscription. If we go to Azure AZ, make a subscription. If I also go to here, Azure accounts, clear, get access token list, location lock, lock create, delete list. Lock update? No, I don't need subscription lock. I need to make one. Is it possible to make one? I don't think it is. Subscriptions. Do I need a subscription, by the way? I need a resource account. But do I need a resource manager? I need a resource group. But I don't think I need a subscription. So let's not try to make a subscription, shall we? Let's just try to find Cosmos DB for that deployment. Azure Resource Manager deployment. No. No. Resource groups. Group. AZ group. That's what we need. AZ group. Okay, as a group create. Location. Location. LOCTION. West US. Name. Serverless group. Oopsies. Let's do this again because I pressed the wrong button by accident. Although this documentation is really easy, serverless group. This documentation actually really is quite nice to read. I love it. So now we press enter and unrecognized argument West US serverless group. Oh, I need. Oh, I see. Because I'm using two. Okay, I'm a dumbass. That's fine. There we go. Let's do this again. Okay, then. It looks like I have to make a subscription. Just really annoying. Okay. Add. Oh, yeah, no. We are not an enterprise account here, so you're going to have to go online. Pay as you go. Because hell no, I'm not going to purchase. I'm already signed up, you dumbass. Okay, hurry up. Oh. Seriously? Well, looks like I'm gonna have to enter some private information that I don't want to enter while I am streaming. So guys, it's 11:51. I'm just gonna end it here. I'll set up all the information I have to. So next week we can actually get some more stuff done. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so lurkers who are lurking. So what did we get done today? What did we get done today? We found that the AG module is different than the Azure Resource Manager module. And the AZ module actually is quite nice. I'm really excited to use it. I explained why I'm doing this, the motivation behind this, what's so good about a serverless stack in the first place. So that was good. There's that. That's kind of what we got done today. We kind of just basically did that. So yeah, guys, if you want to see more of me, you can catch me tomorrow at 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time under Active Fireball for some gaming. We have just finished Jig-Cocoon, so we're on to Xenogears. I would love it if you could show up, put in your vote for the next game you want to play after Xenogears. Right now, the vote is between Parasite Eve and Vagrant Story. Yeah, otherwise you can just look at my backlog, or if you want, you can just wait till next week when I'll be doing Haskell and Serverless Stack again. So guys, if you're on YouTube, give me a thumbs up if you like what you see, give me a thumbs down if you hate what you see. And in case, give me a comment and leave a subscribe, because I like those subscriptions. If you are watching this on question, I stream coding at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Right now, Saturday is Haskell, and Sunday is I'm going to do Serverless Stack. I was doing 68K programming. I would have done it last Sunday, but Fortnite Chapter 2 dropped, and it crashed Twitch. So 11 a.m. Saturday through Sunday. I'm seeing if there's a way I can do more of that programming guys streaming. So, yes. Also let you guys know, I do sell shirts. And also, I do coaching for $60 per hour for programming. If you want some help, I do work at Microsoft. I know a lot of good shit. I know awesome stuff. I don't have time to advertise this, but yeah. Send me an email at darren.hona@thatprogrammingguy.com. If you want help, $60 per hour, I can do compile, help you with projects, help you with open source projects, help getting GitHub set up, help with C#, C++, C, Java, JavaScript, Python, anything you want, I can totally help with. So yeah, great. There's that. Guys, if you're on YouTube, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscription. If you're on Twitch, give me a follow if you like what you see. I would say subscribe, but I can't do that yet on Twitch. But yes, everyone, I love you all. Lurkers who are lurking, thank you so very much for lurking. Watchers who are watching, thank you so very much for watching. Bots who are botting, thank you so very much for botting. Love you all. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you either tomorrow or next week. Bye.